Prophecy's hitting today, folks, as you have the Nepal flood waters with that wall of water hitting after that dam break in the ice. All right, so little flip-flops there for your lip syncing sessions, but the dam break and these things we've been seeing are going to be coming to your America as the second coming of Adonai, and the Lord is before you, and the hunter comes before the Lord, and the Lord brings the good and the bad and the dark and the light and all that stuff. But it tells you there in Isaiah 45, and that 45, Trump is upon you, as that twin 9/11 is here, and Dolly Parton, Tim Curry, and the toilet paper shortage being talked about today, that TPUSA on another level, and then the replay of the corona, that dark sun and that crown. So the dark sun and the Sony, the blackout, those things are all coming together. A little morning train for that 9 to 5 session, and maybe a little trip of blackmail action. Either way. The lunar eclipse coming up on the 2 days, 8/27, 8/28. This is going to be a time marker, but the 80, Dolly Parton, Tim Curry dying today and yesterday, 80 years old with a TP. That's that toilet paper tying into the Toys R Us. Miley Cyrus is tied to the goddaughter of Dolly Parton, who's born 33 years ago on 11/23. And that 11/23 is going to connect you to a mirror on that 11/6/11/9, which is a mirror on the 9/11. And the 11/9 is going to take you to what? 80 months, okay? Since the 3/11/2020. And that's going to connect you with a 2020 to the 2026 and the 222 and the triple crowning and those things. And that's where we're at now with the on the 6th year in 2026, and then you have the 3/11 to the 11/9 connecting a 11/11 time frame for the hallway of mirrors, and then you have the Enter the Dragon, and this is going to be tying into the double cheetahs and where Trump probably had cheated for Biden to cheat, but they knew it's where somebody knew somebody was cheating, and then they cheated to make sure that the cheater didn't win, and then the cheater made sure that the other person won, and then now they're trying to figure out all those types of things. But that's kind of where we're going. But as the shortening of days, and then the impeachment for Trump is being talked about, the 25, so the 25 carrying over those types of things, and then the 50, 51, 52, we're in the 49th year of Elvis being dead. So on the shortening of days also, we have those connection points with Elvis being dead 52 years, and that's going to take you into the 52 presidency and those types of things, as far as if you've been following along, getting these clocks. Because when the 2020 vision, dreams and stuff that came, that made me sick and showed me these numbers, it pointed out the 22 to the 26 and the 28 and these types of things right at the get-go. Some other numbers too, but that's tying in a clock as far as your 2022 to the 2026, and then there's some spiritual clocks coming on as far as your 24 and 25 on 9/11. So the Spanish alphabet, the 52, the 82, 2028, all those types of things are all kind of overlapping in different ways. 2029, the 48 into the 49 on that times, the 36, the 666. Either way, folks, as you're being told the COVID cover-up and these things, as you took whatever, okay, they're telling you that they're the conspiracy, and conspiracy theory came out since the Kennedy. So this is where Kennedy maybe had to go under to do what he was about to do, because they knew they were about to take him out and whatever else. So this could be going back to Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe and all those things. As that king spirit came out, we were showing the deception and cover-ups on one way, shape, or form, from the 47 aliens to the 47 illegal aliens, and where Obama brought in this dark light, Trump's bringing in the dark light to finish up whatever. So it's like Obama, Trump, the one-eye Jack, the two-eye Jack and the Jill and the Hill, the Jill and the Joe Biden, the Hillary and the Bill Clinton, the big beautiful Bill, all those types of things, all going and stacking and boom, boom, boom. Okay, and the currency, the flood waters, the currents, the gyrate, the grape juice, all those kinds of things for the rapture, trapture, all those kinds of things. And that'd be tying into that skunky Three Musketeers kind of thing, and then that skunk on the Looney Tunes, and we're going in that lunar eclipse and whatever for that two-sided thing, and that comes up on that every 18 years, 11 months, and 8 days, which is going to tie into your 9/11/8 and those things. But either way, the 8 and the plate in these 80s, the Dolly Parton, the Dallas, the part, the banana split, all those kinds of things for the ice cream, the big freeze, and all those things stacking up as the woman clothed in the sun is hitting her 9-year anniversary. And from 2017, it was in the heavens, and all this heavens is coming down to the earth, and we've seen all these kings and planets and stuff align in our sky, and that's where these kings and planets are going to align in your sky, coming upon the world stage. And as the stage has been set, the symbiotics, the biogenesis, the mRNA, the RNA, the DNA, whatever, all these things are going in. You're eating them, you're drinking them, you're watching them, the lights you watch, all these things, the discotheque, the disc in the computer, all these is where the aliens are all coming in. The mothership is like your clubs, and the cube, you're going into the cube of the mothership that's controlling this earth. And are we dancers or are we humans? It's where the frequency and the music and the sounds of earth or whatever, there's an unnatural and a natural, but the unnatural comes from the natural, and so is it unnatural or naturally unnatural, and all those kinds of things that we're going into. Okay, so as you have GTA 6 coming out on your 11/19, which marks your 22-year marker or 22-month marker on Trump's second coming. That's where you have these stacks, and the 22 and the flip on the 25, and boom, 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 boom. And then you're having the Iran and the barren womb, the kidnapping so-called session, the Iransom, those kinds of things stacking up. The Iran is tied to your so-called critical race prophecy that I told you is coming for the second coming. So with these clocks and whatever else, the second coming of Adania, there's the one coming up to, and then there's a playing out of, and as we're playing out of, there's the Don John Trump and the last Trump and all those things, the Dark Don, the Junior, who shot JR and all that, the who shot, all right? But that's all going into your Junior. The JR is the Junior, and the Junior is tied to your June, and that June Cleaver, Beaver Lever, and that T-Pusa lining up, and that Bucky's Beaver is lining up with all that kind of stuff, where you're going into that chastity belt in a way. As that tender man has come and spread that, making a new hive, making a new mound, making a new HIVs and all that stuff. So that was just kind of, we've been in kind of a test run for a few decades or whatever. And now the test has been done, and that Reagan, that pregnancy for that birth of a nation, and your nation is being tested, and all this upside down world that you've been in and whatever else. Okay, so that's where we're here now. And that Dolly Parton and the Tim Curry and the Rocky Horror Picture Show and the Reed and the C. Reed and the Fantastic Four and all those things would be coming together in one way, shape, or form. All right. The Miley Cyrus connect to his 33, the 29 to the 33. That's going to be connecting you to your Jesus time frame, and then the Jesus, the GTA, the cube, the computer, this new world, collecting coins. All this is where boom, 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 and the Jesus that you're being taught is just there to blind you and deafen you, so you can't understand the Jesus as the truth comes within you. And as this truth comes within you, you've been given over to the lie, so you're going to go straight to the darkness, and it's already been done and whatever else, as that slow oven and the millennia is all being turned on in one way, shape, or form. Okay, and where the woman rules the roost, where all these presidents are all coming in, and well, they're presidents, but they can kind of only do kind of what their wife approves of or whatever. They're going to live out in the rooster hen and rooster nest or whatever. Either way, the Queen of Country, Dolly Parton, and this image given life, as far as a spiritual setting so y'all can understand things, because the Jesus comes within, and Satan comes within, Lucifer, the light bearer, all is cast down to the ground, all those types of things. So as all these things are coming, and then the flock cameras, the data centers, the ice centers, all those things are all going to be coming together as what's being collected and what's been done upon the earth, and the Fauci's part of the chicken, and those eggs and all that stuff hatching, and you got to get that incubation just right, and the incubation, the Incuba nation, and that the Reunion Tower Mavericks Mark Cuban lining up in one fashion, so that'd be tied to the foot of the bear. Either way, the Dolly Parton and the Queen, she comes in and builds a city for the black people. She loves everybody equally. She's just trying to be that star. Those kinds of things is playing out as far as on one level, because your King Spirit, Elvis Presley, and then your rock and roll is divided as far as the King Spirit taking it one direction, the devil's music, and then going the other direction. That's where he shows you one, but then he goes on TV on 10/28/56 and does this, and that 10/28/56 and the 70-year symbiotics with your Daniel and end times and all that shit's kind of lining up for you. But as the Dolly Parton and this American nation and these kings and queens and the rapture given to us in the 80s and 90s, and this this break dancing, everything is all, when you stand back and look at things and see the discotheque and how we went from one type of dancing to another type of dancing, went from classical music to another type of music, went from all these types of things, okay? And how man has come in, and how food has changed, how drink has changed, all these things are changed. All of a sudden, within 50 years, y'all are going from having babies at home to doing them into a hospital. 50 years, y'all are going from no silicone to all silicone implant. From 50 years, y'all are going from no things to all things, and where they just changed the fucking name. Oh, we cured it. Yep, we changed the name. We got rid of it for sure this time. All right, but it's all tying in. And the higher you can go into the heavens and look down upon the earth, the more you're going to get back your light. All right, as you're Lucifer, that light bearer has been cast down to the ground, and you're just this man looking up. Where's God? Where's God? God's in you. God's everywhere. Everything you look at has God in it in one way, shape, or form, whether man-made or whether earth-made. Okay? And when it's man-made, it's got a little bit of Satan in there. So y'all need to understand that as far as the magnetics. And this isn't good or bad. All right? This is positive and negative. Love and hate. And either way. And this is where your nation is coming in, and these lights that are given, these kings, queens, princes, princesses, whoever, as far as your entertainment capitals, your politicians, all these things. It's where you're going to see this religious spectrum come in that's taken over our nation, and that's with your hospitals, your Christianity, your schools, whatever, on one level. And as they go and chase it, and they go into that cube even more and more and more, and they aren't able to go outside. Okay, so either way, the 80 months and the 11-9, 11-10, the 11-10-10, 10-10 for the double O man and the Oz and whatever. Either way, we'll wrap it up here, folks.